Okay, hello. My name's Alfred with Zunecast.com, and I'd like to introduce you to my new friend Max. Max is my Zune digital media player, made by Microsoft and based on hardware from the Toshiba Corporation. Max has a 30 gigabyte hard drive with a 400 MHz Freescale processor and an Li-on battery. I cannot replace the battery, but they do provide or make extended power accessories. Max has a 3-inch screen which allows me to play back feature-length movies in crisp detail. Max is primarily a music player and can hold up to 15,000 songs and has a wireless LAN chip which allows me to share music files with other Zune players. Music companies have forced them to limit the file sharing to a 3-day or 3-play DRM scheme, but it's still pretty cool. I'm going to take a few minutes and go through the Zune navigation for you, show you all the features that the software has, that the Zune firmware has. I think we'll start with the settings. Oh, I have it locked. If you go in, you'll see that I have the wireless features off right now. We'll go ahead and turn that on so that we can take a look at those in a minute. Move into the music settings, and you'll see that I have shuffle on. The shuffle setting allows the Zune player to select either music or image files at random when you play a playlist or all the songs from an artist or something to that nature. You'll see I also have the Zune repeat off because I don't want to hear the same song over and over. Zune has an equalizer. Comes with up to 7 settings: acoustic, classical, electronic, hip-hop, jazz, pop, rock. I prefer to leave it on the rock setting. Going to the pictures, you'll see that I have Zune set up for 10-second transitions, and once again the shuffle is off. The 10-second transition would be between images on a slideshow. Moving further, we'll find the display settings where we can select themes. We're currently running the amber theme. You can easily select night or haze. I prefer the haze theme. I've got the backlight always on right now, but you could easily set it for 1 second and you'll see that it shuts the screen off, changing it from 5, 15, 30, 1 minute, and then always on. Zune has 3 different levels of brightness. I keep it on high, but there's also low and medium. There's a TV output mechanism as well as a TV system. I don't use those features right now, and those are set at the defaults. The navigation has audible clicks. The sounds are currently on, but they can be turned off. I guess probably to save battery. Zune's got an FM radio tuner. I have it currently set for North America, but it's also has options for Europe and Japan. The online status shows your information on the Zune network to other Zune players when you have the wireless enabled. I currently have it set for basic information, but we could easily upgrade that to detailed. Detailed information tells you things like what song you're playing, or maybe possibly what video you're watching. If you go into the About page, we'll find the information on the Zune. Currently running version 1.1, build 332 of the Zune firmware, and our hardware is 2.0. The storage settings will show you that I've currently got 1,083 songs, 672 pictures, and 5 videos on my Zune, taking up a total of 6.8 gigabytes, with a remainder of almost 21 gigabytes left. That's right, Zune doesn't get a full 30 gigabytes. Look it up. It has to do with the way gigabytes are measured by different companies or people. Of course, every new product today has to have the legalese. Product is protected, blah blah blah. And that just covers the settings on the Zune. Going back to the main page, you'll see that the next option available is for the community. Now that we have the wireless enabled, you'll see that Max is broadcasting on the network that I'm listening to AC/DC. You can search for nearby devices and see that there are no Zunes close by, and there's nothing in my inbox because I haven't shared any files yet. We'll go back out to the main menu and select
this Thanksgiving
radio.
holiday. It was great to see him. He had a lot of great stories about
the Zune jumps right straight to the radio station based on the presets that I have.
One in the groin, one in the butt, and the back.
Should pull up some information and tell you about the radio station, but it doesn't always do
The
that.
most logical thing when you're like stuck behind the enemy is just to run out the enemy.
Go into the picture settings
I'm so proud of him.
and have the option
Awesome.
of viewing images by folder as well as by date. You can play a slideshow of all of the pictures, or we could drill down into one folder, say for instance the background photos from the Zune Max form. We can go through and select individual images. We can play a slideshow. We can even send the files to someone through the wireless interface if there happen to be another Zune nearby. We'll go through and select an image. The Zune is set to view images as well as movies in a landscape mode. The controls now flip over with the screen so that I can manipulate the images and navigate like so. So we can go through and select an image and bring up a box using the OK button here in the center. Brings up this menu so we can see that we can shuffle off, we can apply as a background, we can end the slideshow if we were running one, we can send the image, or we can flag the image. In this case we're going to apply the image as a background. Our background has now been changed. The screen moves back and we're ready to go on. We'll go back to our picture. We can produce a slideshow, or we can continue forward and come out of this screen. Our next option on the navigation are videos. I don't have a lot of videos on my Zune right now. I've had some troubles working with ripping DVDs. I do have a couple of the preloads, including my favorite Zune commercial. I think does a pretty good job of playing video. Things nice and bright. You can roll back in the video or forward. Go back and grab the larger, bigger movie. I ripped Herbie for the kids. We can resume play there. Get an idea what Zune's like watching a movie. Thumb through the scenes pretty fast. Doesn't ever seem to really bog down.
That's a great race.
Wasn't my favorite movie in the world, but the kids liked it. Took me a total of 5 hours to rip, convert, and then download this movie to my Zune using an open source free application. It totally was not worth the time, but I wanted to see how long it would take and what it was like to do. I'm going to have to find a better software application for running my Zune. Alright, let's get back out to the main menu and take a look at what the Zune is all about. Let's play some music. We have the option of playing either playlists, songs, genre, albums, and artist. We could select a song, say for instance an AC/DC song. We have the option to play. We can add it to our quick list, which we'll go ahead and do, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. Or we could send the song if we found another Zune on the wireless network. Go ahead and play. And then hit pause on that for a second. Go back and see that you can select, say for instance, a genre, and we can do a play all. Like that. Thumb through the songs. And select something. thing I was a little bit upset about is that the Zune doesn't allow you to actually create a playlist without going to the Zune software. So in order to make a playlist with the music that's already on my player, the only option I have is to use the quick list. As you can see, the song that I added previously is already in the quick list, or I can go through and I can select a couple of other songs and add those to the quick list. But really, that's the only way that you have to build a playlist. The playlists that you already see on here came from the Zune Marketplace. I downloaded some of those just to get an idea of some new music.
Born and raised in the county of Dade.
And that kind of gives you an idea of what the Zune will and won't do in the software. There's a lot more to it. If you guys got any questions about what the Zune can do, then you can come and visit us at Zunemax.com and join the forums where we're discussing news and reviews of the Microsoft Zune MP3 player every day. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. Thanks.